Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and not a lot going on right now. Just kind of waiting for the whole Puerto Rico PR disaster to simmer down, and I think that's finally starting to happen. Well, of course, unless you go to Reddit, which has become a glorious, glorious composition of all the greatest wargaming memes that I have ever seen. It's really quite funny right now. You need to go there and take a look. The memes, I mean, you, the community. You guys, I love what you're doing right now. I love it. You all have some sharp wits about you, and it's on full display right now. And it's provided me a lot of entertainment, and I like that. Got some awesome gameplay here provided by Shadow Ghost. Went on an absolute tear in the Irian. Some white knuckle action. 8 kills, just a phenomenal round, and a compelling argument to use the Irian a little more. I know I'm going to use it, or at least try it again. I forgot what this ship feels like to play. I know it's similar to the Kutuzov, but you've got those deep water torpedoes, so that's going to be playing in the background right now. And once again, thank you, Shadow Ghost. Phenomenal round in the Irian. Probably one of the best rounds I've seen played in this ship. So, a couple quick notes before we move on. Ali, Mr. Ali, I know you're out there somewhere. I've tried emailing you. You owe me a name. And by that, what I mean is, when I had my Stack Up charity stream last week, he was the high bidder at $250. He won the ability to change one of my buddies' in-game names permanently. So Mr. Ali, if you're out there and you're listening, I need that name. I need to know what you want to change. Chuck, aka All 50 State. Yeah, I know, I hate calling him that. It just sounds weird. I need to know what you want me to change that name to. You have earned the right to do that. So please, reach out to me. Let me know. One important note I wanted to pass on to you all today. If you're looking to get your money back for the doubloons you purchased for Puerto Rico, there are some caveats. And it's important to know these things. But I want you to know them. And I want you to know that Wargaming is indeed refunding money spent on doubloons right now for these boosters. So, this is straight from Wargaming itself. Wargaming does not roll back the account when doing the refund of doubloons. This is why it actually took longer for them to implement. They don't want to devaluate the time that players have spent. They roll back only the purchase of the boosters, so the shipbuilding progress and all other stuff associated, the progress stages and the rewards. Those are rolled back. Everything else, progress on the combat missions, XP, credit earned, those remain. They admit that they haven't made this the most clear, but this is why I am telling you this right now. I want you all to know. And Wargaming wants us to let you know as well, because they want you to know. So that is how the refund for the Puerto Rico works. That's how you get your money back. And for those of you, once again, that purchase these boosters under, I guess I'll call it false pretenses, I'm sorry. None of us saw this coming, at least on the CC side. Even those of us who were excited about this before it went live in the playtest was not accurate as to what was going to happen. But, yes, you can get your doubloons back. Wargaming will give them back to you. I guess it might take a little time. What I just explained to you is how it works, what you lose, and what you keep. And that was the main purpose of the video for today. I wanted to pass on that information to you. However, I will end it with a little funny anecdote, a funny story. Because I like funny stories. It brightens my dull and occasionally boring life up sometimes. I was banned from Twitter for 12 hours. I got a 12-hour ban from Twitter. And it was over something I never would have imagined. So, for those of you out there like me who are old and aging, remember the good old days of the 80s and the 90s, you all undoubtedly remember the circle game. You might still play the circle game. That game where you make an OK symbol, you put it below your waist, and if your buddy looks at it, you get to punch him in the shoulder. Well, I'm sure a lot of you know that 4chan, the internet renegade guerrilla group, took that. They took that symbol and, just joking and deliberately, said that it was associated with white nationalism. Well, of course, those who are familiar with 4chan and the circle game know that in no way has it ever meant that whatsoever. But the media ran with it, and ignorant people out there ran with it as well, and now that's what it's associated with, even though it's not. And it's really screwed over people who still play the circle game, like me, or my buddies, who still act like kids at times. Well, anyhow, during this year's Army-Navy football game, some of the cadets were seen playing the circle game. There's West Point cadets shoving it in the face of Navy cadets, trying to make them look. They wouldn't look. There's laughter going on. The problem was this was caught on national television, and people who have no clue what the circle game is and only listen to the media thought that we have cadets flashing white nationalism symbols all over the place, which is absolutely not the case. And it pissed me off to see this. So anyhow, what do people do when they get outraged? They go to Twitter, where they have a platform, and some idiot out there, I guess he's a fashion photographer, posted that, well, blah, 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 I have no faith in anything, blah, 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 cadets flashing white nationalist symbols and everything else, and I got angry. And the problem was he had a blue check mark, so me not having one, I guess it's like the mafia or something, you know. He's a made individual, I'm not made. I go to do something against him without permission, I get in trouble because I'm not made. I guess it's like that. So anyhow, I said, hey, dipshit, made you look. And I posted a photo of me playing the circle game, you know, the little circle symbol. I said, now swing by my place for a hefty punch. And that was it. Completely satirical. Well, I go on about my business, and the next morning I find out that I have been banned for 12 hours for harassment. So yeah, apparently, I guess you can make baseless and false accusations about our military academy cadets, but when you go to defend them, in a snarky way, you can't do that if someone has a check mark. I guess it's harassment. So I thought that was just absolutely ridiculous. Never been banned from Twitter before, but I shall wear that as a badge of honor. You all catch the Game of Thrones reference right there. Completely hilarious how sensitive people are now. Well, he's a fashion photographer, so he's not even a real photographer, so... and sorry, I'm just messing around right there if any of you are fashion photographers. I was a photojournalist, so, you know, that's kind of a little in-school rivalry, I guess. You know, making fun of our professional peers. So, I just thought that was interesting. I thought it was funny, and wanted to share that with you all to lighten your days. I don't know. Anyhow, once again, the big point of this video was to pass on the information about the Puerto Rico to you. Hope you all are having a great week. Hope you all get some time off if you're celebrating Christmas like I am. Grind those snowflakes. You know what? I've actually decided to grind the snowflakes now. I said I wasn't going to originally, but when I did the math and I took a look how close I was to the summers, I was actually within spitting range, so I decided to bite the bullet and go for it. So I'm looking forward to getting that destroyer. Very, very much. I love testing that destroyer, and I want it back. I'm going to get it. I'm going to be enjoying it. So, anyhow, take it easy. Talk to y'all later. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Zoop out.